I gotta let you know that. Nice to meet you.
All right.
All right, let me have your Snapchat.
I really don't want to die though.
All right, let's go there. Let me get your Snapchat though. It's like it's really random, but I mean I'm not selling anything. Just trying to, you know, like holler.
Here.
If that makes any sense. What's your name, by the way? It's not like Italian, Latino, Hispanic, Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Damn. Can I call you like Mamacita?
No.
Yeah, probably later. It's too fast. All right, nice to meet you.
All right, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That looks fine. The one minor critique, obviously your number closes, decent set, etc. One minor thing is I don't like phrases like "let me get your number" or "can I get your number," because it makes it seem like it's a favor she's doing you, as opposed to just like a natural outgrowth of the situation. Or you said Snapchat or whatever in this case, but you know, same kind of thing. Mm-hmm. That's the one little critique on that, but other than that, obviously end of a set, decent set, not a lot wrong. And I do like the playful vibe, the "can I call you on the seat?" that comes later. That's good, that's fine.
Oh hey, excuse me, I'm sorry. No, I just want to say like you look really amazing. I gotta let you know that. Nice to meet you. I'm not like trying to sell anything. Yeah.
That.
I gotta let you know that like every woman is beautiful. I gotta let them know that.
Thank you. That's very
All right, have a good day.
Okay, so I was about to tell him that look at this approach because it was so much better in terms of being chill and calm, and that it was, and you actually got her attention pretty well, right? But then you said this one thing which was fine, and then you just kept harping on the same thing over and over and over and over, and didn't get to the point, and didn't get to the next topic, right? Like she probably thought she didn't completely think this because girls are not stupid, but she probably thought a little bit that like you actually just wanted to tell her she looked nice, and you didn't actually want to go any further with it. Does that make sense? Yeah. She either thought that, or she thought that you did want to go further and you were just like too much of a pussy to do it. Either one of the two, neither one of which is good for your outcome. But yeah, it was fine. Up until you repeated it the second, third, fourth time, it was fine, right? Hey, I just want to tell you you look cute. Fine. So who are you? So I'm curious. So I got to go in a minute. But anyway, any of those would have been good progressions, right? But instead you're just same.
Oh hey, excuse me, I'm sorry. No, I just want to say that I really like your style.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
I like the hat. It's like really pink.
Oh, thanks.
Do you know like Pink Friday?
What?
Pink Friday.
No.
Like Nicki Minaj.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I gotta let you know that though.
Okay. So far good, except for that I gotta let you know that, and you're about to repeat the same thing again.
Yeah.
There's also one other major problem here. What is that?
I mean, a little bit rushed.
You're standing in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
How long do you think that can last?
Yeah.
All right. So given that you're standing in the middle of the street, why not take the opportunity to lead her out of the street? Like, hey, actually, come here. Don't get hit by a car. Right? What does that do? Shows situational awareness, gets you out of the street, right? It also makes you the leader in the set. It shows you're like attuned to her safety. You're caring about her. You're helping her experience, etc. Like, it's such an easy thing to do, and it would massively. If you're like, hey, come here, get out of the street. You don't get hit by a car. She comes with you. Now the vibe is not here's this strange guy picking me up. It's like here's this guy that just like looked after me, and we're here on the street corner like talking now, right? It means you're like together now, right? It's such a little thing. It's so obvious because eventually, like I said, you're time constrained by the fact that a taxi's gonna come by and honk at you in a second or something.
Nice to meet you.
No.
What you up to?
I'm just going to class.
Oh, all right, cool. See you later.
All right, and then obviously, like, didn't get to the point, but yeah.
Oh, hey, excuse me. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I like your style. I gotta let you know that. Yeah, I'm walking that way. I'm gonna stop at the Chase. Yeah. So we can be like walkie-talkie buddy on our way there. What's your name?
Yes.
Are you like Korean?
No, I'm Chinese.
Are you Chinese? Where? Oh, okay. Cool. I'm Chinese too. I've been living here for a while. Yeah. All right. What? Yeah. No, I'm gonna stay here. What were you up to?
I'm going to the Sephora.
All right. 2 seconds. Yeah. Do you have Snapchat? No.
Fair enough. Okay. So the same thing that I was kind of telling him before, which is that your sets, you open with intent, which is good because you give a compliment. I like your style. I think you're pretty. Whatever. So you do open with intent, but then after the open, there's like no intent. It's just get to know you, questions, that kind of stuff, and then it's close, right? So it's a little bit better than like no intent, anvil out of the sky, close, but it's kind of like intent, and then count on that one sentence of intent to carry you through the entire set, and then anvil out of the sky, close. That makes sense?
Yeah.
What you want to have is a ramping up of the set, of the intention, that kind of stuff. So, have you ever watched romantic comedies? Like a romantic comedy in your life?
Yeah, I forgot their names.
All
They're
right.
like really generic.
They are very generic, and that's like kind of the point I'm going to get at here, which is they kind of all have the same plot. Okay, the generic term for the plot is boy meets girl, boy loses girl, boy gets girl. Right? That's kind of how they all work. Right? But what it really is there's two people, and there's something preventing them getting together. Right? And maybe they don't even want to get together yet, but there's something that's creating tension or conflict between them. Right? So maybe like they work for opposing companies and they're like competing with each other, right? And then as it unfolds, there's this drama and there's this relationship that builds, and it becomes clear to everyone except them that they should be together. That's kind of like the plot line. What I would like you to do in a way is create a plot line within your interaction with the girl, right? So that if you think of it in terms of you start out as strangers, she meets you, and then there's this like experience of getting to know you. And that experience of getting to know you is maybe you tease and have fun together a little bit, and then you find out you're actually chill and have something in common, and then it makes sense to close, right? Or maybe it's you're this like high-value selective guy that's a little bit of a dickhead, and then she proves herself to you, and then it makes sense and you close. That makes sense? Or maybe it's you think she's really cute, but you're not sure about her, and then she convinces you, and then you close. That makes sense? There's all these different kind of little plot lines. But right now, your set doesn't have a plot line. It's like, hey, I think you're cute, platonic, 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 close. So right after the, hey, I think you're cute, introduce yourself, what you should be doing next is very important, and this is for you as well, okay? What you should be doing next is thinking about if you were a high-value guy with lots and lots of girls, but you really like this girl, what would you want to know about her? What would you care about? What would you want to find out about her? What type of interaction would you want with her? Like, for example, for you, what types of things do you like in girls?
I mean, big titty, big booty, stuff like that. White,
Okay.
Hispanic.
Cool.
That's like superficial.
Yes.
But other stuff is like,
What things do you like about girls that she could persuade you of beyond the first second of your eye catching her?
I mean, you got to be smart, right? That's the thing. Like,
I like that you went from big booty, like big booty big hits, but smart,
Yeah.
smart. No, okay, so, wait one second. I'm gonna like swallow a cough drop. Okay, so smart, right? If you want her to be smart, then you should start asking if she's smart, finding out if she's smart, teasing her about whether she's smart, qualifying her about whether she's smart, if that's what you want, right? If it was adventurous, you work on that. If it's if that she's like into music, you work on that. If it's that she's like fun and playful and has a good sense of humor, you work on that, right? And there are different ways. You could ask her about it, you could qualify her on it, you could test her on it, you could just notice it. For example, for me, like sense of humor, like, wow, you actually have a good sense of humor, I appreciate that. Like, I appreciate the fact that you don't have a stick up your ass, you just won points with me, right? But you're letting her win you over. That's the plot line that you want to have, is that you're a cool guy and she won you over in some way. Because otherwise, when you go to number close her, it is about just the things you said first. It's booty, ass, face, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so it's not a win for her. Does that make sense? She didn't win because you walked up already knowing that you liked her for that. And then you just, you walked up thinking, I like her for that, I would want her phone number. And then she gave you the phone number. She's like, well, he came in with an agenda and he achieved his agenda. Good job. But on her part, it's not a win. But if it was, hey, he liked me but wasn't sure, and then I convinced him, now she's like, I won over that cool guy. I earned this, right? It's a story she can tell her friends.
Yeah.
That make sense?
Yeah.
So I want you to think in terms of that. Think in terms of what experience can you give the girl, right? So the next step after, hey, you're cute, I wanted to meet you, and introductions is what?
Oh, do you read books?
Sure, do you read books? Sure. So this is kind of a crazy question, but I have to ask it. Do you read? Right?
Yeah.
Fine, by all means. By all means, you could ask that, right? And then there will be different, conversational topic, like threads that can go off on, right?
Yeah.
Like you can comment on the fact that almost nobody reads. You can comment on the fact, she'd be like, of course I read, right? Well, that's not an of course because da-da-da-da, right? I love the fact that you said of course because that means you're actually educated and you hang out with educated people, right? Oh, you don't read? God, I don't, seriously? Like not even magazines, right? What about like street signs? Do you read, like, are you literate, right? Let's start with a baseline here. There's different ways that it can go, but you've broached the topic and now you're in that. It's going to lead to things you can tease about. It's going to lead to things that you can talk about so you don't run out of things to say. but it's also along the right lines of getting to know her and creating the right kind of direction in the interaction. Make sense?
All right, gotcha.
So yeah, that's doesn't have to be do you read? Like I'm not saying that's your new line is do you read in every set, but something like it, right? Do you read, or are you adventurous, or are you spontaneous, or whatever it is, or so wait, have you been to like did you graduate high school, right? Whatever it is, are you still in high school? Okay, anyway, but the point is qualify on something.
All right, cool. Why don't you use Snapchat?
I don't know.
Do you know it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a really good like social media where you can like snap your life and send it to other people.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I don't use the app,
Alright.
sorry.
Okay, don't worry about it. Yeah. No, because I'm just trying to get your contact information, and I use like Snapchat a lot. Yeah, you seem like a really interesting person.
Me?
Yeah. I'm not like trying to tell you anything or whatever. I'm just trying to be cool and like maybe meet some new like interesting people.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me grab your number if you have one. Today is a really good day.
Oh yes, the weather's fine.
Yeah. How long have you been here?
A semester?
Huh?
A semester.
Oh, a semester.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? You go to college?
Oh yes.
So you're like a designer,
Yes, future designer.
future designer. Do you know designer? Do you know Panda?
Yeah.
Yeah, the song. It's by designer. What's your name again? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. There's this club called Tao.
And also a restaurant.
Yeah, it's a restaurant slash club. Do you go there?
No.
You seem like you party a lot.
Oh really?
But you're like 19, right? It's your first semester.
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, nice to meet you. All right, have a good day. I'll text you later.
This is pretty decent. You kind of open with the close, like you open and go straight to the close. As far as that goes, I would prefer to have something in between the two, but you will get numbers this way. You'll definitely get a volume of numbers this way. I'm gonna guess a lot of them will flake, but you will get numbers, so that's positive. This is kind of a little bit like what I used to do when I first started, which was open everything, and then every single set. I was on campus, so it wasn't what's your number, what's your like Snapchat, or it was what's your extension, because everybody had a campus phone extension. But it was that. It was like da 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 da. Hey, what's up? And then whatever conversation happened. If it was good, that's good. If not, even if it was like just like 10 seconds of conversation, where it was like, I'm busy, I have to go to class. I always ended with, oh, that's cool. It was nice meeting you. What's your extension? Right? Literally, like I made myself do that every set. And by doing that, I got a lot of numbers, and that was good. Right? And you'll get numbers that way, then you can follow up, you can practice, you can work on your dating, that kind of stuff. So that's very positive. Excuse me. If you want your numbers to be less flaky though, having that middle segment of the getting to know them qualifying is going to be very, very useful. Also, if you do get a quick number like this, after you've got the number or while you're getting the number, if you can do something along the lines of qualifying, getting to know them, that will help massively with keeping your numbers from flaking. Make sense? Because what you're essentially doing right now is you're kind of going off first impression. You're going in and you have a, you're like I said, the walk up on your approach is pretty decent, right? So your first impression is pretty decent. You're showing enough intent. And then you're saying, based on my first 10 seconds, make a decision. Do you like me or not, right? And a certain percentage of girls will be like, yeah, I like you enough to give you a number. And then a certain percentage of girls will be like, no, hesitation, no, not so sure, et cetera, et cetera. And then you can maybe work from there, but you're working through resistance. But in theory, if you're an attractive person, which I think you are, right? The longer you spend talking to the girl, the more she should like you. Does that make sense? So why would you try and close off 10 seconds instead of off of 30 seconds or a minute or 5 minutes? Because off of 30 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes, she's seen a greater glimpse of your attractive personality, right? So assuming that you can, create that plot line and create, good conversation for that period of time in between, you're going to do better in terms of getting a higher percentage to actually number close, and also in terms of getting a higher percentage of your numbers to actually follow through once you do that middle step.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Even if you don't have something, even if you're like, oh, I don't know what to say, I better just close, and then you close, then do the middle step afterwards and try and qualify them and try and get to know them a couple minutes afterwards, and that'll also massively improve the flake rate. Right? It won't help you get more numbers because obviously it's after the number, but it'll help you with the flake rate. Okay. So that's another thing I would suggest. All right. next set.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a like moment.
We did?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, not gonna lie. Yeah. I gotta let you know that because like I don't want to come across like weird or anything.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Yeah.
Are you like from Florida or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like there, like.
Shit place, yeah.
No, it's not shit. It's not shit. It's good. It's got a lot of white people, right?
It does.
Yeah, you don't have like a lot of minorities
No,
like here in
no.
New York City.
I
Yeah.
moved up here for college.
Oh, where? NYU?
Yeah.
Oh, you do business?
I do.
You got LinkedIn?
Yeah.
You want to get connected?
Oh my god.
See, this is good, right? So here, this is the difference between like she has a good vibe instead of just like going straight to the close. You're actually getting to know her, building more. Like I like this set better than those other ones. Okay. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And see, what are you doing? You're actually conveying your personality. You're getting to know her, teasing her, joking with her. Much, much, much better.
Let's get connected.
On LinkedIn.
Yeah.
No, not on LinkedIn.
Oh, you're not on LinkedIn?
No.
So why the hell are you what are you doing? They don't teach you how to build LinkedIn and shit?
They do. I'm going for finance.
Oh,
I
okay.
already have a job.
No, I do finance too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where do you go?
I go to Gabelli School of Business.
Yeah.
It's like kind of down there. It's not like as good as Stern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna go to Stern.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't
Yeah,
want to pay
I
that
applied
much.
for Stern. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
I was in Moscow. I was drinking, right? And they give me, oh, yo, you want to do an interview? I was like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do an interview.
Oh god.
I was like, oh, yo, what's up? And didn't get in.
I
bad.
can see why. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's how I quit it, like drinking. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
happened. Yeah, I'm like totally chill now.
Good.
Totally normal. Are you like 18?
Huh? I am. Yeah.
Oh, you're 18.
Mm-hmm.
You look like way, like sophisticated than 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're old, but like, yeah, I mean a lot of people interpret it in a really wrong way.
No, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, you look tough.
Tough?
Yeah, like
I
really
am.
tough.
Super tough. I
Yeah.
can beat someone up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what are you doing? You're like fucking riding horses and shit.
Yeah, we do ride horses. It's not as bad as it's bad. It's a lot of land. There's really nothing to do.
Oh, okay. Except like fighting and
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guns.
yeah, a lot of guns. Yeah, I can feel it. Because when you're fighting gun, right? You got.
Okay, so this is awesome, right? This is much, much, much better. You're teasing, you're having like an interaction, you're getting to know her. So now, I mean, I don't know if this is gonna close or not. I certainly hope it does or will. And I think it should the majority of the time, unless you do something really weird. But it's going to be more solid if and when it does because of that. Now, what could you do to make this even more solid now? What would be the next step in making it solid? So now you've teased, you've conveyed your personality a little bit. Now what?
Push to step forward.
Yeah, and what would that mean?
Grab coffee and stuff.
Okay, so instant date would be great. Yeah, definitely that would be good. What else could you do kind of verbally? If you were to assume that there were no instant date possibilities, like, because you're right, instant date is the best. Mm-hmm. But if you were to assume that this, for whatever reason, is just going to be a number, what else could you do to make the number either more solid or under the right premise or that kind of stuff?
Verbally?
Verbally.
I don't know, build more connection.
Yeah.
Or more.
Good. So here's my suggestion for that. So you're teasing her, right? This is something I've been talking about. I have one of my one-on-one clients has been doing this, and he came up with this phrase which I really like. He's teasing is teasing, right? Mm-hmm. But he made a distinction which I really like. The distinction between what I call you teasing and we teasing. So you teasing is teasing her about herself. Oh, what do you do in Missouri? You a hick? That kind of stuff, right? We teasing is, oh, what are we gonna do together? We're gonna walk around and you're gonna embarrass me with your like down south, whatever. Mm-hmm. So now you've made it we, right? Okay. So now you've made it connected teasing. You're assuming a relationship between you and her, right? By incorporating the word we, right? Because the teasing's great, but how much better it would be if instead of teasing her about herself, you're teasing her about the relationship the two of you have together or don't have together, right? That's bringing it another layer closer, right? You are right though. Instant date would be great too. Yeah. Instant date would be maybe even better, even more important. But eventually you do want to have that word we incorporated, right? So that's the next escalation. So the escalation is, okay, you made your good first impression. Now you like get to know her, show your personality, tease. That's great. And then the next is you establish this idea of you two as a unit. And once you've established you two as a unit, the close isn't a big deal anymore. It just makes sense that you would close. It's obvious that you would close. And that's a number that's going to be solid.
Okay, cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. So you're doing a good job, by the way. Your game is a game that should get you results over time because you're opening and you're closing. You're good at opening, you're good at closing. If you do those two things well, you're going to get numbers, and then you can do the whole dating thing and play that game out. So that's all positive, but if you want to increase your percentages, do these things either before or after you get the number to make it more solid.
All right, cool. Thank you.
You gotta take that. You gotta take that. You gotta take that.
The blowback hurts.
Yeah.
Bigger one, yeah.
Did I tell you where I'm from? I guess.
Am I gonna guess?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm terrible.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
From New York?
No, I'm not.
Where are you from?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna make it easy for you except by telling you where I'm from.
Thank you.
There's a lot of like people. They'd be like, oh, I don't want to guess wrong because you know like you're Asian, right? I was like, oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So what are you up to right now?
I'm actually. Do you see those people? Those annoying people fundraising over there?
Oh, okay.
They're my coworkers.
Oh, you're doing fundraising thing.
Yeah.
Are you like on your break right now?
No, I'm actually off today.
Oh, you're
but
off.
They wanted to talk to me.
Oh, okay. You're off now?
I am, yeah.
Oh, let's go. Starbucks, let's go.
I have a second job.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I've been like enjoying this like conversation.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, then get my number.
All right. No, Starbucks. 5 minutes.
I
Right there.
can't.
Right there. 5 minutes.
have to
No,
be
I don't
there.
want to be like imposing or whatever. You don't want to. It's okay. Don't worry. No pressure.
Get my number and then next time.
All right.
Next time.
It's like no pressure. It's like no pressure.
Right, but see here, like you didn't do the we thing so much, but at least with the teasing and conveying your personality, instead of it being you pushing for the number, it's like, no, get my number, right? That's what ideally should happen, is that she's closing you as much as you're closing her.
Yeah.
And that's awesome, right? That's a nice outgrowth of a good set. That's a really good set.
It's like five minutes. I'm not like it's okay. Like you won't hurt my feelings, but I really want to impose.
At this point, I'd probably drop it. Like if she's already said no to it a few times, I'd drop it and just take the number. Or if you are gonna bring it up, do some more like building your personality, like building the vibe, that kind of stuff, and then ask for something else, right? So she already said no to Starbucks like 3 times. Don't ask her for Starbucks. Ask her to go to like the pretzel stand on the corner,
Okay.
right? Because if she says yes to Starbucks, she has to sort of admit she was wrong to say no the first 3 times. But if she says yes to the pretzel stop, then that's just a new thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So 2 things. 1, don't ask when you're hearing no. Back off, chill out, make the vibe good again, and ask again later. Secondly, ask for something different instead of the same thing if possible.
I really want to make it happen. You know, like when
5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Okay, I can do 5 minutes in like
All right,
5 minutes.
yeah, all right,
I have
all
to
right.
talk to my coworkers.
Yeah, let's count it. Oh, you can do 5 minutes, and I'll be here.
Okay.
All right, cool.
So she said she could do 5 minutes in 5 minutes, and then what happened? Did she do me back up with her or no?
She was like, it was taking her too long, so I just like I went there and number closed her. She was talking to her coworkers.
Gotcha. By the way, even if I was going to do the in 5 minutes thing, I would take her number there before she goes to the coworkers.
Okay.
Just like way less awkward. Because closing in front of coworkers can get kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, excuse me. Sorry. Just want to say I really like your style.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I gotta let you know that.
All right.
It's a little random, but
It's okay.
yeah, especially in New York City, because you know, like you don't know who's coming at you. Yeah, but I'm Asian, so I'm chill. You don't have to like, worry about that.
Yeah, that makes it chill.
Yeah. So where you from? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so you live here. Yeah, you know this shit better than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm nice to meet
Yeah,
you,
a lot.
by the way. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, I'm from so I don't know
Oh,
shit
you're
about
from
here.
there?
Yeah.
Nice.
I came here like 1.5 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so
So you're still pretty new to this.
yeah, I'm really new, but I'm kind of old compared to like some newly fresh off the boaties. Yeah.
Yeah, because you've been here a year. So.
Yeah, I've been around here. Yeah, for like 1.5 years.
So where do you live around here? Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That's in the city.
Yeah, that's in the city.
So you should know the city.
Yeah, I know the city. Come on, I've been living here. I'm not like really Asian. You know, I don't really stay in the room and fucking play video game. I don't do that. Yeah, I walk around. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So what are you up to here?
I'm actually waiting for a friend.
Oh, okay. Same. Are you like graduated? Are you graduated?
Graduated from where?
I don't know, like college?
College, yes.
Yeah. Because at first, like, you look really young, but like,
I know,
but you have that really sophisticated vibe. So I'm really confused. Yeah. And you have that like really, like, how'd you say that, hippie, hipster thing going on?
I would say hipster, but nope, I'm totally not really a hipster
Oh, okay.
at all.
Oh, you're just white.
I'm just,
white.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, just whatever. Yeah. What's your Starbucks? No, it's just a really offensive joke. Yeah. I was trying to ask, where's their Starbucks?
Oh God, I wouldn't even know. I hate Starbucks.
Oh, you hate Starbucks? You don't like
I
it?
kind of only go there if I need to.
Oh, okay. Do you go to Whole Foods?
Nope. It's expensive.
That's very white though.
Huh?
That's very white though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good conversation, kind of similar to some of the other ones. I want to look at the one, like, it's in the vein of some of the other good ones, although you could be teasing more in this one, right? So I like to get to know you. The other one previous to this, I liked a lot more, though, because there's more teasing, more like, more like fun, and like, I don't want to say man to woman, because you weren't even teasing that man to woman, but you were sort of penetrating her, like, shell of politeness more, right? Here it's like, it's a little polite and platonic.
Yeah,
right? I'd prefer a little more teasing.
Yeah, because the previous set, I was actually attracted to her, so that's why this one is like, I didn't really like her.
Yeah. It has the elements of a decent set, but yeah, you should have more teasing.
It guess, yeah.
Yeah. So no Starbucks, no Whole Foods. Do you do like halal?
I can't. Oh, yeah, I can eat that. Sometimes.
Yeah. Halal. There's supposed to be one halal right there, but I don't know where
It's
it is.
really good.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I do a lot of that shit. And halal coffee. That's a favorite coffee. $1 coffee.
It's the easiest. And the cheapest in the city.
Yeah. You've been around. You've been around. That's for sure. Longer than I do.
Born here.
Yeah.
Born and raised.
How's your homie? Are they like friendly or?
It's a nice area. I mean, where I'm at, it's changing, but it's nice.
Okay. Are you Italian?
Yeah. Trinidadian.
Wait, where? Wait.
That's Trinidadian. European and Caribbean.
Oh, okay. Because you know, like
Half and half.
from Trinidad, I heard like Nicki Minaj is from there, so you know,
Yeah,
like
no.
you gotta be a little like dark skinned, right?
Well, my father's dark.
Oh, okay.
He's actually darker than what she is.
Oh, okay.
So,
But you're like pretty white. I mean, I can tell it from your attitude. Yeah, your attitude is pretty like open-minded, so it's cool.
I mean, you can't be in the city without being open-minded anyway. So.
Yeah, or you're gonna get fucked up, like, because there are a lot of like stupid things happening here.
Exactly.
Yeah. So how's your friend? Is he like?
He's somewhere. He's
All right.
getting here, I think, from work.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm probably gonna bounce.
All right.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Do you have like a Snapchat?
I don't use Snapchat. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I don't snap.
No, it's good because social media is fucking people up.
It's true. I'm trying to stay off of it as much as possible.
Yeah, you're making a wise decision.
Because everything is just crazy.
Yeah.
That's why he's smaller than Anthony Weiner. Anthony Weiner barely got one.
Sorry.
Nickels done, good work.
Sorry, man. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce.
All right.
All right, I'll see you around here.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, my friends hang out here all the time.
Yeah. Have fun with your homies. All right, peace.
In general, though, for you, from these, you're doing a good job. Your open is very good. Like your vibe is good on the open. I don't like the I just had to tell you part, but fuck it, it's working for you, so whatever. As long as it's working, keep it. If it ever stops working, get rid of it because I don't like it. But for now, it's working. Your open's fine. You're getting into conversations, so that's all good. Tease more and qualify the girl more. So I kind of, instead of just being like, you're cute, let me like jump right to getting a phone number, think, how do I find out about you? Who the fuck are you? Prove yourself to me a little bit in your head, right? You don't want to literally say exactly that, but I want you to have that frame of, I'm going to tease and have fun with you and find out who you are, either before or after getting the number. And think about like, the number is, if you do get a number and go out on a date with a girl and have a good interaction with her, it's going to take a certain amount of time. So rather than just rushing to the number, just think about having a bit more of that time pre-number so that you ensure that you're going to have a higher percentage of conversion. That makes sense? So instead of getting the 2-minute number, get the 5-minute number, and then instead of getting a massive flake rate, you get a like much smaller flake rate. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So remember the progression, right? So get to know her in tease, and then remember we. Remember the idea of building to we. Because as soon as you're at that stage where you and she are a unit, the close just makes sense, right? Because when you're saying we, and if she starts saying we, then there's no reason why you wouldn't close.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Cool.
All right, thank you very much.
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. No problem.